serious? Are you serious, folks? We have breaking news, breaking news. There has been a mega 7.3 earthquake has just hit Japan. Fukushima, Japan. Are you serious? I mean, you guys know what happened on 3/11/11 when that monster 9.0 hit right there near Fukushima, creating this incredible tsunami. It literally, the earthquake was so hard it shook the ground for 6 minutes and brought a tsunami inland 6 miles, leaving 6 nuclear reactors in meltdown mode. Now, here we are again, 7.3 right there. Matter of fact, the quake just struck about 30 minutes ago. According to meteorologists, the depth of it only 7 miles, 11 kilometers. That's very shallow, very powerful. There's no doubt we have damage. There's no question it's going to affect the Fukushima nuclear power plant. There's no question. You can't have a 7.3, 7 miles deep, and not have a situation here. And matter of fact, there is tsunami warnings. They're saying possibly 10 foot high. They're telling people to get ready. Now, this thing is going to be, this is a dangerous situation. What does it mean for Fukushima? It's way too early. It's a very fluid situation, way too early. Now, some of the U.S. Geological Survey now, initially, okay, now they're saying not 7.3, but they're downgrading it now to 6.9. That's typical for U.S. Geological Survey. Keep downgrading. They've been doing it forever that way. It won't change the fact this thing's shaking, quaking, and the devil's back is breaking as we're in the end time apocalyptic days of chaos. I mean, I just had lunch with L.A. Marzulli, and we were talking earlier today, and we just did a television, 2 television shows with him today. And days of chaos. Days of chaos. Matter of fact, he's going to be my guest again tomorrow on my live broadcast. We're going to start an hour early because I got to get him to the airport. But at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, L.A. Marzulli will be co-hosting with me. It'll be a powerful broadcast. Don't miss it. Are you serious? Earthquakes! Are you serious? Pray for the people of Japan. The ring of fire is still on fire. Are you serious? Are you serious? There's some serious things happening in the Middle East. We got to tell you about it. There's been an explosion in a crowd during a protest in Lahore, Pakistan. Outside of a group that were assembling there, dozens are feared dead and injured. This is a terrible thing. And they know at least 7 were killed. I think that number's going higher. 7 dead, 40 injured. I think that number went quite a bit higher after this bomb hit the crowd in Lahore, Pakistan. Now, we have Iranians officials. They're saying they're worried that President Donald Trump will leak secret agreements that were signed between Iran and the IAEA. Well, why would you be worried about it? Because, folks, if you find out, you'll find out the devil is in the detail between the Iranians and the International Atomic Energy Association, the IAEA. And wait till you read the bottom line of the 6 superpower Iranian nuke deal, the secret deals that are hidden in that John F. Kerry doesn't want you to know about. Trump is digging this stuff out. And the media knows he will, and the left knows he will. And so now you got the Senator Al Franken saying that he is concerned about President Trump's mental capacity. He's concerned about his mental state of mind. Well, I can tell you, all you got to do is listen for 5 minutes to the senator from Minnesota, Al Franken, and you'll know there's a problem in his current state of mind. It don't take long. I mean, it don't take long at all. Just listen. Just listen to some of the foolishness that's coming out of that bunch. Anyway, that's another story. Also, in Bahrain, police are saying that an infantry mobility vehicle struck by multiple petroleum cocktails results in one officer being injured. That's going on in Bahrain. And then there's been a loud explosion that just was heard again in Pakistan not long ago after the explosion that they had in Lahore, Pakistan. So now there's been 2 bombings there. And meanwhile, ISIS leadership is targeted in an airstrike in Baghdad. And we're waiting to find out more about that. Actually, al-Baghdadi may have been in that strike, but we've heard this so many times, so who knows? But there was an airstrike. Also, folks, we got an announcement now coming out of Syria that they're going to restart the peace talks. They're going to be resumed in Geneva, Switzerland on February 23rd by the United Nations, trying to put together some kind of peace arrangement with Syria. And also, Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, of course, met with President Donald Trump in the White House today. They had a very good meeting. The 2 of them held a joint press conference. I actually watched the press conference. I have to say that the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, extremely polite, extremely articulate, and extremely professional, reiterating the relationship, the friendship, the brotherhood, if you will, between Canada and the United States. That went real well, and I'm really thankful that he said that. But he did say Canada would continue to welcome refugees to Canada, while Trump said we need to tighten up the borders and do extreme vetting. So, but Trump did go on to say that he's more concerned about the southern border than he is the northern border, but the northern border also needs a little bit of tightening. Okay, so they'll talk about it later, they said, but they're going to work very close together. Their economies are working great together, and they're going to keep doing it. Now, U.S. President Donald Trump also defended in that press conference his current immigration stance with the 7 nations that he's fighting in court over. And he just says, look, it's just common sense to tighten up the border. And guys, also, I just found out not long ago that Turkey's President Erdogan has just arrived in Saudi Arabia, and he's going to be having some conversations with the Saudi Arabians. He's trying to make a little tour around the Gulf states, trying to, again, a lot of positioning going on there in the Middle East. There's a lot of tension. With Trump's arrival, everything is shifting, and everybody's repositioning. And so we'll continue to keep an eye on it. And of course, now Michael Flynn, the National Security Advisor, in hot water. He said he never talked to the Russians in December on the day that Obama was expelling the 35 Russian diplomats and seizing some of the Russian assets. Said he never met with them. He told Vice President Mike Pence, I never met with him. Now proof come out, he did meet with them, and now he's confirming, yes, I did, and he's apologizing for lying to Vice President Mike Pence. So now there's a groundswell trying to figure out if he should be fired, and we'll have to wait and see how the President of the United States handles that situation. I don't know. Anyway, that's just an update. That's kind of the Middle East situation in a nutshell, and we'll continue to keep a close eye on all of this as we're living in the last days. Give your life to Jesus Christ, folks. Seriously, he's coming soon, and you want to be saved. We had a great live broadcast today, 24 salvations in the Salvation Station. We want to win as many people to Jesus Christ as we can. We know that time is running out. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. He's coming soon. Are you serious? Are you serious? There's a whole lot of shaking going on. And I'm serious, folks. The earth is a shaking and quaking. The devil's back is breaking. My mind is aching. I mean, seriously, the apocalyptic, catastrophic, if we're not careful, cataclysmic events could be coming upon the earth as the 5 waves of energy is putting pressure. But it's not just the 5 waves of energy. We also have solar flare, high solar winds. Matter of fact, I'll just tell you what that is right now. The solar winds are right now roaring at 498,000 kilometers per second, roaring right off the sun, headed toward the earth with a gaping hole in the sun's atmosphere. not slowing it down at all. Earth facing 498,000 kilometers per second. And here's what the results of all of this pressure has become. 42 earthquakes in the last 24 hours, including last night's 7.2 powerful quake off the coast of Fiji. Now, the U.S. Geological Survey has downsized it to 6.9. But listen to the last 24 hours. What has taken place on the earth? 2.8 British Virgin Islands. Let me just give you the big ones. 4.7 Fiji. 4.5 Futuna. 4.2 Chile. 5.1 Burma. 4.9 Fiji. 5.5 Chile. And then we had the big one, 6.9. Now that's been downsized. Fiji, and that one was big. 5.7 aftershock Fiji. 4.2 Bulgaria. And then there was a 4.9. 5.8, very shallow. 5.1, all in Fiji. 5.6, 5.0, 5.0, 5.4, all in Fiji, as those aftershocks of this powerful quake. We had a 4.6 hit China, and then we had a 5.7 in Vanuatu. We also had a 4.2 earthquake in Afghanistan. 5.0 Fiji. 4.8 Indonesia. 5.2, 5.0, 5.5 in Fiji. And they're all very shallow. So, man, I'm telling you, folks, we dodged a bullet on the tsunami. We dodged a huge bullet. I mean, as shallow as this quake was at 6.9, 7.2, it is a miracle we did not have a massive tsunami. 4.9 Indonesia. We've had a 4.9 and a 4.8 in China. Excuse me, 4.9 was Chile. 4.8 was China. And 4.3 Alaska. And a 4.6 just hit Burma again. So, 42 earthquakes in the last 24 hours. Including that big one that hit Fiji and all those powerful aftershocks. The whole earth is shaking and quaking. Matter of fact, the Bible told us in the book of Isaiah chapter 24, verse 20, the earth shall reel to and fro, shall rock to and fro like a drunkard. Okay? And so we're watching and witnessing these signs of the end times. Jesus said there'd be earthquakes in diverse places. And we know prophetically there would be many earthquakes have already happened on major biblical milestone historical events, but there's others to be prophesied yet to come that we're keeping a close eye on. We're truly living, folks, in the last days. Don't miss today's live broadcast. My guest today will be Dave Hodges from the Dave Hodges Show. So it should be a very powerful broadcast. We're going to talk about Obamacare, the battle on the Hill, the Trump mandate that seems to be already in play, and a whole lot more. Okay, so we're going to really take a look at some of America's political issues and some of the struggles that's already taken place on Capitol Hill with the Trump mandate coming into play. All right, we'll tell you all about all those things and the earthquakes and everything else that's happening around the globe on the coming apocalypse. Don't miss it. 12 noon Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. So get a fresh cup of coffee and let's get ready to rumble, because that's what's going to happen today. We're really going to dig deep. All right? Are you serious? Are you saved?